Welcome to our special edition of the Ionavation Podcast. My name is Jordan Providence.
My name is Alexander Garces.
And today we have the woman, the myth, the legend, Sereena Morrison, founder of Krystalized Makeovers. Sereena, how are you feeling after your e-talk today?
I feel incredible. The questions were so good. The students were incredible. The engagement was really high, so I feel amazing. Yeah.
I remember earlier in your talk, you mentioned that you're of Jamaican blood.
Yes.
And you had a strict family. I'm part Jamaican myself. I'm Panamanian and Cuban too, but I resonate with you on the Jamaican part.
Yes.
But you talked about how it was a bit strict and you didn't really have the avenues to explore what you wanted to explore.
Right.
What advice do you have for people that are restricted and really want to branch out but can't because of their circumstances?
Yeah. I say find something that you love, something that's, of course, age appropriate. Your parents don't necessarily have to approve of it, but find something that you love. Play around with it. Make that be your creative outlet. And then maybe, just maybe, it'll lead to it being a part of your business, right? One thing that my parents really were big on is me pitching myself to them and showing them evidence that, hey, this is working. So even while I was doing makeup at first, especially post-graduation, they were like, okay, it's time to get a job. And I'm like, wait, this is a job, right? But once they saw the fruit of my labor, once they saw that I was getting clientele, that things were flowing, there was that buy-in. Sometimes we only relate that to friends or strangers, but sometimes we gotta vouch to our parents too and show them like this is possible. Yeah.
So also in your talk, you mentioned about like taking risks.
Yeah.
So my question is, looking at the future, what risks are you thinking about taking?
Yeah. So I think I'm at a point where I want to take calculated risk because I do want to be a risk taker, but as you grow, as you get older, the risks have things attached to them, a family, big bills, right? As of right now, I don't have huge bills, but one thing that I would really love to do is put out promo for me doing makeup in a specific city or a town in which I'm completely unfamiliar in, or at least I think that people don't know me in, and just go with the flow, see where it leads, network by word of mouth, really get myself in spaces and rooms that help me expand and branch out from just New York City. Yeah.
So with over 7 years of experience in the makeup industry and beauty industry, what would you say is your favorite part about what you do?
Oh gosh. Oh man. That is loaded because I love a lot about what I do. I'm going to do 3 favorite parts, if that's okay. My first favorite thing is, of course, creating my own schedule. I find it a privilege to wake up at 10 a.m. and not have to be at nobody's job. Okay? It feels amazing. I'm just like, okay, I'm able to set my own schedule, which I count as a privilege. The second thing would be makeup itself, like playing around with it, being able to be creative and having that outlet. There's just a spark that makeup gives me. I could speak about it for hours because I love to do it. So being able to do makeup itself. And then the third thing with working with different artists and people of influence is being backstage. I think seeing the process, watching people rehearse, watching people create drops for social media, being backstage doing touch-ups and then seeing them perform in front of thousands of people. It's inspiring. It's something that I really love to be a part of. And then that VIP treatment, I mean, hello. Like sitting backstage and then seeing like people pay thousands of dollars to sit in the seats that they paid for, and then me just standing backstage and watching the whole show and getting paid to do it, I think is a beautiful thing, and I love being a part of.
Well spoken,
guys.
Yeah.
So because you mentioned it, what's your favorite like memory of being backstage or like helping out like an artist?
Yeah, my favorite memory would be one of my first times working with a big artist. This was with Jada Kingdom, and she had a show in Brooklyn. This was, well, a performance in Brooklyn rather, at the Caribbean Music Awards, the first ever Caribbean Music Awards, right at King's Theater. And being backstage and watching her perform, watching the nerves, watching her be like, yeah, I don't know if I have it. I mean, there's people out here like Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, all these different artists that perform multiple times throughout their career, but they still have that nerves to be able to walk closely with people that have big influence and that we might look at and say like they got it down packed, they're confident, and see like no, they're actually humans too. Like that's a beautiful thing to see them be nervous, to see them shake off the jitters that they have. Like I love to be able to connect with people on that basis and see the process and see that it's not just me that gets nervous. It's not just me that sometimes has second thoughts or backtracks on things. Like yeah.
I just have like one bonus question.
Yeah.
I don't know if you mentioned it during your talk, but do you have your own like makeup palette that you sell? You do?
So I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't, but I have to think about it a little longer because one thing I'm big on is if I'm gonna put something out there, it has to be done in excellence. So
right.
I used to sell lashes and lip gloss and different products like that. One thing that I do want to work on and get back into is selling something and marketing something in which I'm able to make money with not just my hands, but also with the knowledge that I have and with selling products. So, yeah, might be in the works.
As a little bonus question.
Yeah.
Alex stole my spot, right?
Yeah.
I'm interested in starting a business myself in the future.
Yeah.
So I was curious as to like what challenges you face as both, a Black and a woman, because minority status. Like I was curious about what challenges you faced and what advice you would give to people of color. Like I'm Hispanic and Black, Alex is Hispanic.
Yeah.
And a bulk of our community here is of color.
So one of the challenges that I had was finding that balance between professionalism and automatically thinking that whiteness was the standard. Right. Like completely ruling out that thought that I had to specifically sound a particular way or do my hair a certain way in order to be validated, and realizing that like professionalism and whiteness is not the same thing, right? That I can be a minority and be fully myself and embrace my Blackness in different spaces and also have my work speak for me at the same time. So that was one of the challenges that I had, especially with being a student, being in academic spaces and being surrounded by people that did not look like me. I had to completely rewire my mind and say like, hey, with my business, I have an opportunity and a chance to do things differently and to have a different approach without feeling like the ball might be dropped. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question.
I resonate with that a little bit because I've had people tell me that I talk like I'm white. But like being professional, it's not race specific. You can be white, Black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever.
Absolutely.
And you can still conduct yourself with that level of seriousness. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I appreciate that. But that is all the time we have today on our special edition of the Ionavation Podcast. My name is Jordan Providence.
My name is Alexander Garces.
Serena, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
For tuning in with us.
Such great questions. Thank you for having me.
Any last words, advice that you'd like to give us?
Last words, I'd say go for it. Like literally just do it. If you're watching this right now and you're like, hey, I want to start a business and I'm weighing out the cons and the pros, just do it. Just do it. There's no better time than to do it than now and to start. Go as you grow. There's certain things that you just will not learn at the very beginning, and that's okay. That's the beautiful thing about the process in entrepreneurship. So just do it. Get to it, y'all. There's money to be made.
Thank you. Follow us on our socials, Hynes Institute, on all of our platforms. Peace out.